Like I spent, well, we're on 77, bearing in mind that I took a bit of an excursion today to go on that rare pet hunt.
There we go. They are currently doing the live of a stream.
Yeah, Foxy's not able to make it apparently because his friend is taking him out for dinner.
Indeed, and Christie's running late.
Okay.
So backup plan is pretty much sit around and just talk shop.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because there are, I'm sure you guys will have questions lore-wise about everything.
I mean,
Possibly, maybe.
Probably. Like, yeah.
I mean, sure. When is Siege of Thunderbluff?
No, so I can't talk about that.
or in our case, when are we going to Area 51?
I keep seeing them memes, and I'm like, what? Like, okay,
Yeah.
what?
Yep, that is the thing. People want to go take on Area 51. I love all the fake social media posts from celebs. Although, to be fair, we can have Chuck Norris going. We don't need to do anything now. We've won. We have automatically won.
Yeah, when Chuck Norris shows up, he has access to everywhere on Earth, even your mum's room.
We both got bit by a rattlesnake and walked up to the desert for 3 days, after which the rattlesnake died.
Yeah.
I missed Chuck Norris jokes, they're always the best. Charge my phone. So how's everyone been?
It's been good.
Yeah, like, I just wanted to kill people so much today. Like,
I feel like I should be wearing glasses right now, drinking chamomile tea and with a shorthand notepad and just going, and what made you want to kill these people? Just people being people?
Just like freaking. There's like this woman lady who like pretty much said, oh, like 20% of 8 pounds is £6.20, so I have to have it for £6.20. And it's like, right, bitch, can you math? Can you really?
More importantly, that was actually a really good Australian accent.
Really? I mean,
It sounded pretty close to Australian.
I mean, to be fair, I think I might be coming down with a sore throat, so that's probably partly why it sounds Australian. That and I don't know why, but sometimes I do. I'm not. I think it's like accidentally slip into like an Australian accent. I really don't do it on purpose. I swear. But it's just the whole like, I don't know. But I'll tell you where a lot of people ask where I'm from. South Africa. Like, a lot of people have asked me, are you from South Africa? Which I'm like, no.
No, but the accents are similar enough.
No, I mean,
because Australians quite far back down the down your
Oh,
throat
wow.
there, and
Yeah.
gotta sound like everything's a bit of a question. But if you're not
Yeah,
too
sort of
careful, you
thing.
go a bit too wide, and you go a bit too thick again.
Yeah, sort of thing, you know?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets it, Gov. Sort of thing.
That's East London. South African's quite nasal.
Yeah.
District 9, just every time I need to do South African, I just think of District 9.
Yeah. And, gosh, yeah. But yeah, like, to be honest, I've been asked whether I'm from, like, South Africa, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, America, the Netherlands, to an extent. And
Wow.
I'm like, no. I mean, it's quite exotic, but
That-
like, no.
The Dutch is a bit of a push.
The Dutch is a bit of a push, yeah. But yeah, somebody asked whether I was Dutch. I was like, no. What are you talking about? I is not Dutch. Sort of thing. Oh, goodness me. But one day, like, I would really want to mess with people by essentially like putting on a different accent for each customer so that they can't work out where I'm from.
When I used to
Maybe
work
so.
in retail, the few that I got on with quite well, I'd throw different hellos at them every day.
For a different, yeah.
Yeah, so instead of saying like, hi, good afternoon, good day, or things like that, so I'm throwing like, g'day.
G'day, guten Tag.
Yeah. There was one
Guten
woman who
Morgen.
actually was French, so we'd actually speak French.
Nice.
Got really awkward after I was like, I had to sit there and go, I can't remember any more French.
Oh,
Mate, I must have dumped it all after like, yay, GCSEs, didn't have to do it anymore.
yay! Ah. Yeah, it is fun.
Yeah. That moment when you blank on something and you're writing it down.
Yes, indeed.
I'm doing some notes for a thing, my brain just full on blanked.
Still. Yeah. Yeah, speaking of like accents and shit like that, I have come back from Sweden. Yay.
Indeed, how was Sweden?
Sweden was yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah. Lots of trees though. Like there was like tons of trees. So many trees. And like got to ride on like some of the trams. And we also went, okay, so we went to this theme park in a place called Liseberg, and essentially there was a lot of these like cabin type like cabin type stall things, and they have like a spinning wheel with like numbers around the edge, and essentially you bet like some money on whatever number you think will come up onto the wheel next, and if your number comes up, you win a giant box of chocolates or biscuits. Now, when I say giant, one of my friends won a meter, like 120 centimeter. No, I think it was even more than that. It was like a really long box of Oreos. My other friend won a box of Toblerones, which weighed 2 kilograms. So they had
That's impressive.
Like, bearing in mind, it's not like one giant Toblerone per se. It's like several packs of Toblerones in one box, which weighed up to like 2 kilograms. And similar with like the box of Oreos. It was like several packs of Oreos in one box. But it was a giant box. It was probably about as tall as my hip. So, yeah, it was just over a meter. Yeah, about over a meter or so.
Sorry, I was googling something. Yeah, so that's a lot of chocolate.
There's a lot of chocolate.
Big
Oh,
water
yeah.
chocolate.
Although I remember going to Austria on a school skiing trip thing.
Yes.
It's like a week, and I thought, oh, I'll get my cousin something, and I found the perfect thing to get them. It was a ski made of chocolate.
Oh, wow. Okay. To be honest, that sounds great.
Yeah, it was actually pretty impressive.
Like, yum. But yeah, it was brilliant. It was fun.
Sweet.
Ah, boy.
Be right back, Mo peoples.
Okay.
Fair dues.
Yeah. Yeah, and also the Swedish meatballs were divine.
I haven't actually had genuine Swedish meatballs.
Yeah,
I've had actual Russian vodka made by actual Russian people, and God, that stuff is nice.
cool.
Doesn't really hit you until you get to bed.
Oh,
Like you're tipsy and everything, but you don't feel sick, you don't feel terrible. And then as you go to sleep, it hits you all at once. But by that point, you're too far gone. You just go straight to sleep.
nice.
The definition of a nightcap.
Aha.
I can't sleep. I shall have this bottle of vodka. Just regret it in the morning.
Well, there we go. But yeah, we played like an 8th level D&D game where I played a halfling wild magic sorcerer.
Oh no! How many people did you accidentally kill?
Surprisingly none, because the DM at that point kind of didn't realize that they still haven't activated the whole wild magic shenanigans that I managed to accumulate because I did something or another. I can't remember what I did. Well, I had to spend a sorcery point or something to do something. And then that's like before you take like the long rest or something, you like they have to roll a percentile die or something. And I'd have to look at the player's handbook to find out. But either way, it was fun. It was fun. Like we had to look for a baby who'd been kidnapped by some blue creature or another, and we just made this inside. We just made these like jokes of the the Lord being known as the Dick Lord because when the woman asked him to help, like or at least get guards to like look for the kid and that, he was like, "Yeah, no, I'm not going to help you." To which like the paladin of the group was like, "Oh my god, what a dick!" And then I was like, "Yeah, he sounds like a right cock," sort of thing. And so we just lovingly named him the Dick Lord. And the way that the DM was like sort of describing the tower, I just went, Is it just me, or does that look a little bit phallic to you? To which we're like, yeah, it does look like a giant penis.
All tales of giant penises.
Yeah, this is true. Yeah, and like it was just. Oh my god! Like, and the insight and like the joke that I kept doing was like, okay, so you find the cage, and it's like full of these like wargs sort of thing. What do? I cast fireball on it. Okay. And there was one time where there was like, okay, you find two squirrels, just ordinary squirrels, scratching against the egg, which you know may hatch into a terrifying creature. What do? I cast fireball on it. What, including the squirrels? Yes.
Ah, now that's a good name.
Oh, I am intrigued.
Yeah, I was trying to find names for all the different sort of maps I need to rebuild.
Oh, yes.
So obviously, like, just so I can show everyone on the stream since we're waiting.
Yes.
Flip it onto that. Go over to that, the big world map.
Mm.
So obviously I've done that massive world map, which needs detail and stuff done to it.
Oh, yeah.
But of course, with the software I've got, I can actually break it down.
Nice.
So I can say, like, on this view, only show this much. When it goes to a lesser... Well, when you zoom in to an area, I can then say, okay, now display this much.
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty good.
Which would be super easy when I want to go get them printed, because then I just have to, print off what I want and they'll all be sized right and everything else.
Yes.
So I was just finding names for everything.
Yes.
So obviously it's the Dragonborn Empire, Dwarven Kingdoms, Human Free Cities, but I couldn't think of one for the elves.
Oh.
But now I have one.
Sweet.
No, I'm probably going to butcher the pronunciation, but it is called a Gecko Kyujo. Which literally means low conquers high.
Well.
Like how the Sengoku Jidai works. A peasant could rise to become regent of all Japan. A low conquers high.
Ah. And that kind of reminds me of elves one call it hentai torn. I'm just watching on the stream chat.
God damn it, Zombie Who. There's already the hentai rod, we don't need any more of that.
Yes, but well, I mean, yes.
Yeah. Shinji Tone still has it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
Well, the tentacle rod, which we lovingly renamed because we all know where this is going.
Yep. Indeed. Indeed, we all know where this is going, Brian. Yeah. Just trying to think of stuff now. Like, Oh, hello, Gummy Man. How are both you, Zombie and Gummy Man? Hope you're both doing well. And all that jazz.
Gummy Man, that's a name I haven't heard for a very long time.
Hi, and don't you go after my dad. Okay. Alright. Like, I wasn't intending to, but okay. Duly noted.
Do you know, I'm actually going to change the...
We change the.
The title of the stream.
Oh no! What have you got?
Well, I originally had it planned for like tonight's episode and everything.
Okay.
So it was the captain's test, but of course, we might not be playing tonight. It might be a sit around and general discussion about stuff.
Yes.
Which is a shame, because I love playing D&D.
Yeah, I do like playing D&D. It's such a fun game.
It is, I might have a group on Thursdays now, which would be nice.
Oh, do you? Ooh.
I might, it is being discussed.
Yeah. Well then. There we go.
So yeah, the plan is to get my local sport and social club running something, because they've got currently a lot of older people, so they want younger generations up there.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, we'll play some D&D up there, and okay, most of them won't be of drinking age, but it's still bodies in the building.
Yes. For the Gus.
As I can say, that older people can't play either.
Indeed. Also, I have to like come up with some things for my Wednesday campaign, because the elf rogue decided. Oh yeah, sorry, Gummy Man, that sort of thing. I mean, I'm doing all right. Don't know about everyone else, but everyone else seems to be doing okay.
Yeah, no, my day off yesterday was good, Charlie, thanks.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah, my profile finally clicked on who Gummy Man was.
Ah,
So wait a second. I should know that now.
hey. Yeah, good. Yep, at least we know. Yes. But, yeah. But there we go. I'm trying to. Yeah. So, anyways, my elf rogue decided it would be a very clever. Okay, so my elf rogue like got in contact with one of like his sort of criminal contacts kind of thing,
Yeah.
and like they managed to obtain a poison dagger. No, that was it. No, he asked them to translate this, like coded, like, message sort of thing, which, he was really driving, like, a sort of, hard thing going on, like, he's like, da-da-da-da, and he's like, out loud, be patient, translation takes a lot of time to get the words right, you know. And apparently, I can't remember how much I charged them for like the translation itself, but apparently, according to him, it was too expensive. Like, I don't think it was even that much. I think I charged him like 50 gold or something. And he was like, no, that's a bit too much for like a translation. But I was like, well, you know, I spent all this time like translating stuff, so, and you did hire me, so, you know, take it or leave it. Like, yeah, you either pay up or or something.
God, sorry, I just found all my old notes.
No, that's fine. I was like sort of getting lost in thought and that. But essentially,
I found my notes folder.
But essentially, the rogue like said, "Okay, I'll give you the 50 gold pieces." He gave him the 50 gold, and then as the guy went away, he tried to stab the gnome. Well, tried to stab the guy. Only the guy knew what was up. Like I knew he was going to do something like that. So, essentially, I had him so that he would like run away, be quite agile, and sort of get away. To which the rogue was like, "Damn, I lost him." But then that drew a lot of attention from like some of the soldiers. Yeah, and needless to say, like he went to the door, and he sort of knocked, but he was on his nightmare. Like he got like an obsidian horse sort of thing, and he was like riding on it, but because it was like flaming and that, the guy who like ran the tavern of which the party was staying at, because they're part of a resistance sort of thing, he was like, "No, you put the horse somewhere else so that you don't burn the tavern down," sort of thing. To which the rogue was like, "No, you let me and the horse in." And so there was this kind of back and forth sort of thing, and he's like, "Right, fine then, I'll just go somewhere else." So he transported himself into the ethereal plane, and he could have very well screwed some of the NPCs who were trying to sort of protect the party from, like, soldiers who were trying to quell anything like a resistance or anything like that. So, yeah. It'll all be very interesting to see how that plays out. Whether the party can actually succeed, or whether they'll fail and be screwed over. Either way, consequences will be had, and it will be hilarious. And I don't know whether you were getting lost in mine or Brian's voice. If it was my voice, I am very sorry if it was boring you, because, yeah, it can be a bit. Who knows? Yeah, either way. Yeah, but the halfling bard is like sort of, okay, I'm going to disguise myself as a woman, and
Yeah?
yeah, sorry, my poor brain is like, what?
So I think you suddenly just stopped mid-syllable.
Yeah,
It's
sorry.
almost like the connection cut out.
I do stop mid-syllable, and I kind of do forget half the time what I was saying. But yeah, essentially it's like oh my god, brain, why are you doing this? Why are you letting me down? Brain.
It's okay.
Yeah. It's been work has been, I mean, well, like the first half it was fine. Like first half of work was fine. It was just towards the end where it just turned to absolute BS, and you kind of wonder how on earth some people have survived this long. Like, how on earth people have not gotten, like, punched to the face or something. But there we go.
Don't mind me, just updating a document.
And thank you, Zombie. Even though I think I may be coming down with like a sort of groggy throat sort of thing. Like there were times where I've almost lost my voice in that. So there we are. I'm really trying to remember what I was talking about now earlier before I kind of stopped mid-syllable and I'm like, what? I really am trying to think. I'm just having trouble remembering. Oh my god, my memory is just getting worse by the second. Like, I wouldn't even be surprised if one day I just woke up and forgot completely who I was.
I doubt that would ever happen.
I mean, probably maybe a few decades time or so. Maybe. Who knows?
Why are they? Oh, that's right, they're in different fonts.
Oh, there we go. Oh, man. That's really gonna bug me now. My nan said, "How's the cute man on the TV?" Okay. Like...
I wouldn't say I was cute, but whatever.
Yeah, you're talking to like a lich.
I was talking to a grumpy, crotchety old man.
Well, hold on. Oh yeah, hang on. No, you're older than me. Never mind. I mean,
So I was 30 on Saturday. I'm officially old.
Oh well. Oh yeah.
I'm halfway to the state pension.
Nice.
Oh, it used to be the state pension age. At this rate, I may never get a pension.
Yeah, like, yeah, I definitely would not be able to get a state pension. I'll probably be dead before I even get one. Don't know how.
30. That's how old I am now.
Mm-hmm.
Ripe old age of 30.
Ooh, are.
Gonna have to start wearing incontinent seats. Tell really long anecdotal stories that have no meaning or purpose.
Other than just to pass the time.
Yep. Wonder if and when my niece is gonna call.
It's almost as if you can hear her voice right now.
Actually, I don't really want to hear her voice. I despise my niece with a passion.
Oh. I am 29. And, yeah, so I'm just a few months younger than our dear old Brian.
What's that you say?
See?
You have to speak up. Headphones aren't what they used to be.
Oh, well.
Oh, need to move that down as well.
Yes. Ah, well then. Almost halfway to being 30 or so. Who knows?
Halfway there. Whoa.
Oh, lizard in a chair. I'm a babby.
That's... You actually give me a genius idea.
What?
For my next D&D character to be a wizard in a wheelchair.
Nice. Nice. Well, I mean, I said lizard, but yeah, wizard in a wheelchair, why not?
Yeah. Well, let's be fair, I was half debating it the other day, because my Friday group are planning the next campaign already.
Oh, yes.
And then the young who's going to be running, it's like, well, I just want to get a good grasp on the party, because he does do, like, a lot of prep.
He is.
That he will balance an encounter to the point of, let's assume everybody's reasonably been built, but not min-maxed.
Yeah.
And when he asked me for ideas, it's like I was torn either dwarven fighter or a human wizard. And part of me wants to do the human wizard. And then when he asked like character of the story and everything else, I just went Terry Pratchett wizard. Ah,
Yeah.
be an old man.
Mm.
We did debate the Rincewind idea, but I decided no, doesn't really work. I only know one spell. It's just one
Oh.
big random sheet of it might work, it might not work.
I mean, who knows?
Yeah, I'm going to try and cast Knock. I accidentally cast Dimension Door. Sort of in the right realm.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe not. But how was it? Oh, okay, so
Go on.
So yeah, we also did the 20th level one-shot campaign, or one-shot type thing, and I played as a dwarven cleric. No, not a dwarven cleric, a dwarven druid. And essentially, the premise was that every one of us was dead, or at least every one of us was pulled from our timeline, and and like had this angel explain to us, yeah, this other angel is like kind of corrupt and all, and she's trying to like fuck with the like timelines and shit. We don't really want that to happen, so like if you could just go kill her, like we'll totally like make like you sort of no, we'll totally do something to like we'll totally like we'll totally like immortalize you in some way, but you'd still die regardless, you know. And we're yeah, I played this kind of she's a bit of a bitch. Yeah, she's a bit of a bitch, as in like I'm just trying to think how I could describe her as being a bitch. Like, she's a bit of a hermit, so she's not really good at like, so she's really not great at social. She's a bit of a swamp witch, I suppose. She's like a swamp druid, and she's been taught, like, the last thing she remembered before she died was that she was looking up, like she was lying on the floor, and she was looking up at some kind of black shrouded monster with green eyes, and then darkness. And the thing that I asked the angel to do if we managed to complete the mission was to reincarnate into another being so that they can defeat the creature in her stead. And that gave me like a really awesome idea, that really awesome backstory for a character. I just don't know what race and class combination to go for. Like, my first thought was either a halfling, druid, or ranger. I know, what is it with me and halflings?
I was going to say, halfling ranger sounds fine until you realise that you're limited in your weapon choice anyway.
Yeah.
You can't really use a longbow.
No.
Unless you want to pull off a Persnitratron Torbusher. And
I mean,
yeah, feel free to use that longbow, but you're going to have to fire it with like your whole body drawing the bow.
yeah.
And yes, I have heard of the anime That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. That's weird.
Yeah, like, I mean, I've heard of it, but I just don't know what happens in it because, yeah, I just haven't really watched it or read it as such.
To us, this is my kind of anime. The stuff I have on the wall. Hellsing, Ghost in the Shell. I would have more wall scrolls, but these two are the only ones I've got so far.
No.
And even then, I don't think they're official ones anyway.
Yeah, I was gonna say, when's Dom?
I don't know.
Okay,
Hi.
I just got
Hello,
back up.
Dom.
I'm waiting on the neighbour's cat to move out of my computer seat.
Hang on.
Your
Your
neighbour's
neighbour's
cat?
cat.
Yeah, the neighbour's cats tend to come on over and visit us or cause chaos. Or in this
Okay.
case, steal my seed.
Well. Either way.
So, anyways, for you guys on Discord, I posted a thing in our D&D channel.
Nice.
Feel free to riff away. It's only a draft of what I've got so far. It will be edited as time goes on. That needs to be central. So, yeah.
Come on. Come on, you.
So, in absence of Christy and her cats, we now have Dom and his cat.
Neighbour's cat.
Either way. Either way.
It's on your microphone, it's your cat.
And there's two of them in my office. Smokey and George.
Hello, Smokey. Hello, George.
Smokey and George. The cats of Bedfordshire. Sorry, I couldn't resist.
Great show.
Shows how old I am. I remember Sharky and George.
Legacy, that is.
I can even tell you exactly when it was on as well. It was Cartoon Network at about 9 o'clock. It was pretty much like the end of regular cartoon programming.
Oh, yeah.
It was Sharky and George. I want to say it was Banana Splits, and then it went to TNT on the terrestrial.
Yep. Sounds about right.
And that was in the days before Sky, mother truckers.
Yeah.
The only one my dad had was the fact that you could watch things like the German Grand Prix at lunchtime, but all the commentary was in German.
Nice.
Although, I did find the weirdest motorsport ever, and I can never find it again.
No.
They have it out in, I want to say it was Austria, if not, certainly in the Scandinavian countries. It is a 70-foot high dirt wall. Pretty
Wow.
much vertical, it might as well be, but people are attacking it on dirt bikes.
Okay.
And it's literally all you have to do is get over the dirt hill, and a lot of people don't make it. Many try, none succeeded.
Well, there we go.
But it was an awesome thing. If you can ever find it, watch it. It's just amazing to watch. To see how, like, near vertical this wall is, and people are hitting it hard on a dirt bike, and it's just going up.
Well.
I actually want to search for it now. What was it called?
Yeah, I've seen it.
George before Smokey off then? Oh, George was there in the first place, was he?
And now we have cat drama.
Oh god, cat drama.
Nothing wrong with cat drama. No, it's not that video. Ah. If I remember what the name was, I'd show it to you all. Do you really want a paladin as your waifu?
I mean,
Oh, probably not.
Think about this carefully. You step out of line, an inch out of line. There
And
will be
then-
pain.
and it's just smite. Smite, smite, smite.
I remember that crap guide to D&D.
So he literally comes home from a friggin'. Oh no, she comes home from a long day of adventuring, and then it's just like, hey honey, how was your day today? It's like, well, I carried the word of our Lord and Savior.
Oh, that's why you asked, would you really want a paladin as a waifu? I mean, if you want a fangirl who's obsessed with like
Goddess a
Japanese
bit
goddess,
Too
yeah,
much.
yeah, and who does a lot of dancing and stuff, and I
Oh.
guess go for it.
Speaking of goddess and everything, I finally have the artifact in the game now. I have done stats for artifact items, which you may never see. Mwahaha.
No.
One day you may have them,
Yes, and
but
hopefully
not today.
and hopefully the same incident with the whole a certain knight and two deaf dogs may not occur.
Yeah, let's not have a repeat of that.
That was so brilliant.
You
That was so
scarred the
funny.
landscape forever.
And the best part was that this was after my halfling cleric's spiritual experience, where she was told to preserve life.
Life needs things to live. No, they don't.
Oh, dancing.
what
Now
is
she is
up with
100%
this
my
formatting?
waifu.
Why is this formatting so weird?
I don't know. I know nothing about the formatting.
It's just like,
Formatting.
it's in a nice, comfortable table, but it's insisting that like the boxes have to be absolutely huge, and I have no control over them. It's quite irritating. I can't stand for this. Table
God,
properties.
never thought I would have seen a worse designed championship belt. Oh god.
Okay. I'm intrigued.
Oh, the front plate face doesn't look too bad, but then why did they slap what they did on it?
I mean, depends on. My side. God damn it.
You okay?
Just
Yeah,
look at that championship
it's fine.
belt.
I kind of breathed in and it did shit.
Oh, you. Yeah, it's literally just for words Outbreak Wrestling and the US flag with a bloody hazmat symbol all over it. And stars. Stars.
Of course there'll be stars. It's America.
Fuck
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Who is you waifu people? Who is your waifu people?
Who is your waifu? It depends on what context of waifu we are talking about here. Do we mean anime, video game, wrestling waifu? What are we on about? Or are we talking D&D waifu?
Yes.
Do you know, I can't actually think of any major female characters in the D&D lore now.
Anime and D&D. So go nuts, guys.
Oh boy, the entire playground of anime to play with.
Oh boy. Oh man, who? I mean,
there's a lot of anime waifus.
there is.
Too many to count.
I mean, I think I know the first waifu that pops into my head simply because my missus has started watching Bleach again. So Orihime, straight up.
Fair enough.
You realise, Dom, that once she's watched the anime, you're going to have to give her the rest of the manga to read through.
Oh yeah, and then tell her it gets sad. Not because the writing, not because the story gets sad, but because the design of the manga and its direction when you get to the end is sad.
Yeah.
Like Optimus Prime dying in the movie sad.
An anime girl with big. There are so many to pick.
Yeah. Well, it's male
I
fantasy.
mean, a waifu is more than big men.
Big jugs.
Yeah. Like,
I mean,
With
dogs does not a
huge
fair,
tracts
a
of
fair
land.
waifu make.
huge tracts of land.
Yeah, have you never seen Monty Python's Holy Grail?
Oh, that's very true.
She's got huge tracts of land.
Yes.
As much gold as I can eat.
But no, strangely enough, my waifu would probably be Winry Rockbell from Full Metal Alchemist. Because she won't take shit from nobody, but also, let's face it, you lose an arm. She is like a fully qualified surgeon and will make you a new arm. And it will be the best goddamn arm.
That you will ever have.
But
Um,
I like to point out, surgeon, and she's like 16 in the manga. Or round about that age.
yeah. Round about that age. Yeah, she's a similar age to Edward.
Yeah. And she's literally operating in your shoulder. That is several years of medical school to at least get to that point. To be able to see that. And then she is going, well, that's fine. We're just going to take out what's the last bit of your shoulder ball and then just build the rest in.
God.
Couple of screws through your shoulder blade, you'll be fine.
Oh, man. Who would be my anime waifu? Or
Slash husbando, depends on how you...
something.
I was about to say manfu.
I mean, I'm just gonna come out here and say I'm demi. Don't know where it's like demi-sexual, demi-romantic. One of the two.
Fair.
So
I like Zombie's choice, by the way. Tornado from One Punch is a good shout.
Mm.
I love short girls.
Would waifu. Would be very scared if waifu went mad at me.
Yeah.
Please don't crunch.
Yeah. at least you know, like if Saitama got with Tornado, one punch. Well, she's done.
Mm.
There's a...
Oh god.
Oh,
Um,
I just had a terrible thought.
what?
Well, in One Punch Man, Saitama's real strength is satire. So the longer
Okay.
you monologue, the stronger he gets. And my brain just went in a very dark direction.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
I am intrigued and yet terrified at the same time.
Well, I would say one thrust man and leave it at that.
Oh,
But apply the satire logic. Just let your imagination fill in the rest. Wait, his power? What? Yeah, Saitama is literally meant to be a satire of shonen manga and everything else. So have you never noticed? That's like the whole point of his character. It's like, yeah, okay. And then ends everything in a single punch. Let's go watch Bleach, Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, even One Piece.
yeah.
5 minutes of screaming or dramatic speeches to finally deliver the killing blow, and he just meh. Everybody else in the universe will still stick to that rule. Saitama's the only person who uses it as a satire joke. Which is why One Punch Man is so freaking hilarious.
Okay, so I have two contenders for like the husbando title. So one is France from Axis Powers Hetalia. I know, I'm such a weeb, sort of thing. But I used to love the character so much, like so much, and yeah, I kind of looked up to him to a certain extent. The other guy fighting for husbando title what? Husbando title is Yosuke from Persona 4. Yes, he's a school kid, so that'll be a bit dodgy, sort of thing. Yes, I know, but
You say that, and Zombie who's into the Lolita.
Oh yes.
She may be 100 years old, doesn't excuse the fact that she looks that young.
But yeah, so those two guys like will have to fight it out between each other. In terms of
think about it.
waifu,
Just realised this has got to be the weirdest stream we've ever done.
I know, right?
We haven't actually played D&D like the full hour we've been streaming.
No.
Well, I have. I've been doing like campaign stuff, and I was waiting for you guys to ask me lore questions and things like that. Hence, this is why I found this out, my old lore folder.
Ah, well.
Also,
Well, I mean, I have a law question in a sec.
Okay, carry on.
For my waifu. That is a very good question. That is a very good question. Gosh. I think who would be my waifu? Who would be my
Everyone
waifu?
say, with all this waifu going around, my brain's just reminded itself of overly sarcastic. And Red's hit myths abridged.
Oh yeah.
And Galatea, the whole myth around her. So the myth, for people that don't know, it's a famous ivory sculptor who likes women, but likes it when they're not talking or doing anything, just sort of there.
So women
Likes
with,
the female form.
So women with personality of rocks.
Pretty much, yeah. So anyway, to make people stop thinking he's weird and everything, he actually sculpts the perfect statue woman and names her Galatea, which is white as milk, I think, in Greek.
Oh yeah.
Hence why it's the root word of galaxy. And in like the description and everything, in the myth, there's a festival for Aphrodite. And when someone's like, "Oh, make me beautiful, make my husband love me, make my wife love me," yada yada yada, he kind of like says, "Can you make my statue come to life? Because I'm now madly in love with my own statue." But Red's line from that is to bring his waifu to lifeu.
That takes a whole new meaning on the story of Pinocchio.
Yeah,
Sort of thing.
it's similar
I'm
to
a real
Pinocchio.
girl.
It kind of is. But it's such an overused, it's such a overdone trope anyway. It's the whole, nobody gets me, I will make my own person who gets me, and, oh, I'm actually a horrible person.
Yeah. Yep.
But anyway, if you want to look up myths and stuff, overly sarcastic, they have like a whole playlist.
Yep.
So anyway, carry on.
Okay. Trying to remember. Oh yeah,
Yeah, your waifu.
my waifu. Who would
Your
be my
waifu,
waifu?
your waifu to lifeu.
My waifu to lifeu. That is a very good question. That's a very good question. That is a very good question. Who would be my waifu to lifeu? Oh god, I really don't know.
Before processing on this is deep.
Yeah.
Well, once you think about it, I shall answer the questions from the chat.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Yes. What's happened so far, Brian?
How far back do you want to go in the so far? Because that's vague as everything. So far in this campaign, or so far in this world and homebrew setting? Because trust me, I've got books here and notepads and everything. Okay, the whole campaign. So in this campaign, we started off with a different bunch of heroes than what we have now. We had Dario, a human soldier who was one of the first riflemen in the world. Marlon was still around, Betois was still around, Zyron, and Yoko was Neil Bronanville. And they started in the very, very remote town of Barrowham, which was celebrating a Midsummer's Festival. It was during the festival that they got attacked by a band of orcs, which led them on a little introductory quest to find a stone which was hidden in their little homestead, and giving it back. In the meantime, several plot threads, try and talk properly, were laid about the town of Valencia and how it's getting a little bit militaristic. It wanted to sort of cement its power, as it were, in the region. When that arc broke out, Dario and Co pretty much led the party north to the town of Embermine to try and recruit help. Embermine itself was about to go through a political upheaval. The working class were going to try and overthrow the rich elite. And I believe you guys were actually successful in liberating Embermine.
Yes, we were. Yes, we
But
were.
finding out the main conspirator of the whole event was a Lady Goldmire.
Hashtag screw Goldmire.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, who very much had control of the whole thing. as a quick aside for like how to picture Goldmire and everything, think Misfortune from League of Legends, but with all the greed and aspiration of Lady Ashvane from WoW.
Right.
That kind of greedy, but would not say no. But anyway, and it was during the Embermine arc, I believe. Nil lost his arm ages ago. Lost it during the first adventure.
Nil lost his arm while they were in the pyramid.
Oh,
Yeah, he lost his arm in the pyramid.
Yeah.
And he also lost his eye there as well.
I could have sworn Nil lost it earlier.
No, he never
And
lost
the
it
eye,
earlier.
especially. I knew the arm was around about the Goldmire arc. But anyway.
The arm was... No, because Goldmire was in the pyramid.
Yeah.
At the same time.
So, anyway. I had a bit of a writer's block, so I went to the tried and true method of going back into old pre-published adventures and jury-rigging them to your advantage. So after they did their stuff in Embermine, Goldmire had escaped and travelled to a place called the Pyramid of Shadows, which held a powerful sorcerer, well, wizard more than a sorcerer, named Zarakis. And the way this pyramid functioned was it splits him up into several forms, and the only way you could really escape is if the pyramid no longer had a reason to keep its subject contained. So going through that pyramid, you fought several aspects of him, teamed up with Goldmire, then got betrayed by Goldmire. Nil got royally smashed about.
Mm-hmm.
Lost an eye, an arm,
Yes.
part of his sanity.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Really much.
Upon re-emerging from the pyramid, you went to a druid village, which you stopped off before going to the pyramid anyway. Spent a few months there just resting and helping Nil attach his new arm.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't quite get the full Barrett going, but could have done.
Yeah.
Could have had the whole Final Fantasy Barrett thing going on.
I mean, yeah.
Could have been a Hextech Gunblade. That would have been cool.
I mean, that would have been cool.
Yeah.
Would have been pretty freaking cool.
There we go. An Eldritch Hextech Gunblade. Aha. Yes.
So yeah, after the Pyramid of Shadows wrapped up, you went back to Embermine, where Valencia had truly gone over the edge. Whilst you guys were away for the several months, they had actually started their campaign in winter, which a lot of people weren't expecting. Had locked off the river north of them, taken back Baraham, pushed south, and were going to take Hillside. Really sort of like secured their region, as it were.
Oh, yes.
So you went to seek allies. You went to the city of Ruthin to the west. The Lord there would not help you out unless you aided him in what he dubbed a Danegeld, which was an agreement between him, well, his grandfather and a bunch of dwarves, which allowed them to have lands and titles equivalent to a ransom. But they still had to pledge fealty. That's how Danegeld works. From there, you went and found the dwarves. You found out they were going to hunt a red dragon in the mountains named Helios, to which you had another tough fight, and I think you nearly died in that one. That was a tough encounter.
That was a tough encounter, yeah.
Yeah.
That was.
You managed to push Helios out of his lair, got some sweet loot because of it.
Yes.
Marlon got his Staff of Power there. I think Siren got something out of it as well. I can't remember.
I want to say yes.
But what are we doing? I remember writing those down.
Like Cloak of the Mountback?
Yes.
Oh yeah, the thing that lets me go.
Yeah, Lazy Suit Dimension
I'm
Door
over
once
here
per
now.
day.
Mm.
It's like,
Which I
I'm
will
over
say,
here now. Oh, can you do that again?
In
Not
Pathfinder,
until
when you
story.
have that as a paladin, it's so nice. I'm in heavy armor. I can't run anywhere, but I have this cape. Fighter, come with me.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys dealt with that. Oh, I also forgot about the elves that you had meet you on the road to Ruthen as well.
Ah.
And that's when you found out that the elvish sort of royal guards were planning their own little coup, and there was like a bit of political conspiracy going on. And that they had teamed up, and Valencia had hired some of them as mercenaries to help fight the war and everything. So once you had Ruthen on side, all that was going on. Then when you got back to Emperor Mind, you had orders to go to Baraham, seek out any information you can from your hometown before basically anybody else dies, I think.
I think so.
Says, I mean, we're pretty much up to where we were anyway. I think that was about week 30.
Yeah, it was towards it was after we stormed the
Oh, he says that. Actually, no,
trenches.
the attack on Baraham was week 28.
Ah,
Because that was when you met Captain Walker for the first time.
yes.
And Neil also left the party. Because, like, he felt his path was not in war.
Well, Neil left the party after doing the whole trench thing, and the last straw that broke the camel's back was Beitois stabbing a lone soldier in the neck
Yeah.
after we took him prisoner.
Yeah. But you also had your first battle with the elves and their samurai and sort of spellcasting double act. Ah, that was
yeah.
fun. That darkness was horrible. That really wrecked that fight. But yeah, you also managed to get the civilians out. That was the main thing.
Yeah.
I know I liked one of our most recent fights with the samurai dudes. Where it was as simple as, I can explain, what the hell is that for?
Yeah. But you actually did lay siege to Valencia in the end. Fighting Pabals, and then coming face to face with Valencia's lord being encased in a suit of armour. Which was pretty nice. It was actually a good fight.
Yes.
Then you each had your separate dreams and visions, which I used to set up more interesting plot arcs, which we're currently in the midst of doing. So Marlon had a visit from the Dragonborn Pantheon. Yoko, who had joined the party by this point, along with Siren, had elvish Shinto beliefs thrown in. Dario had a visit from Hephaestus, the Greek god of the Forge, and everything else being human. And Betoit had the fear of Xanatos put into him by the literal psychopomp of myth.
Lol. There he is.
Which was pretty darn impressive. And then from there, we really get to where we're up to. So, Bontazeko's Lost Tower, you guys broke into that and undid all the arcane locks and everything. And now Marlon's the new protector of magic.
Sweet.
Full on living up to the Doctor Strange character ideal.
Haha.
With the staff I severely regret giving. I kid you not.
Still.
I don't think you guys actually saw the bronze staff in the end. It's like an item, did you?
Not like in its full sort of form. No.
Well, would you like to know what it does?
Do tell.
Right, so it has 20 charges.
Yes.
And it can cast spells using those charges. Also allows for an extra d6 damage, force damage per charge when used in melee.
Mm-hmm.
Regains 2d8 plus 4 daily at dawn.
Mm-hmm.
Once it's expended, roll a 1. Roll a d20. On a roll of a 1, it explodes. And then you have to go through the whole retributive strike thing, which we'll get into in a minute. It also has a spell absorption. So whilst holding it, you have advantage on saving throws against spells, and you can use your reaction to recharge the staff using the spell level of the spell that hit you. So if you hit with a fireball that was cast at 5th level, you can regain 5 charges out of it.
Sweet.
Nice.
Very nice, yeah. However, this does have a downside. If the charges go above 30,
Oh.
so it can go overcharge, it will explode. And then we have to go through the whole retributive strike thing. Like a Staff of Power and the improved Staff of the Magi, it has spells which it can cast per charge. So it can do Cone of Cold, Fireball at 5th level, Globe of Invulnerability, Hold Monster, Levitate, Lightning Bolt, Magic Missile, Wave Enfeeblement, and Wall of Force. Which is pretty nice. And then the Retributive Strike, when it breaks, every creature in range, which is up to 30 feet, have to make a DC 17 Dex save, or take force damage equal to 16 times the number of charges in the staff when it breaks.
Okay.
And then for everybody else next to it, a Dex save, a Dexterity saving throw. Anyway, anyone that fails, it varies on how close you are. However, people within 5 feet, well, 10 feet, it's a 50% chance that they'll get teleported to a random plane of existence.
Oh.
So that can be fun.
Well.
Yeah.
Very fun.
Snap it over your knee. You could remain on the same plane, or you could go to the plane of fire. Whilst also...
Only burn.
Yeah. Whilst ripping yourself a new one. So yeah. Marlon got that for his troubles and everything else. And then we're up to the point where we are in the campaign, where you guys have gone into Hillside, found that the Elven Royal Guards 11th Company are currently sneaking about inside the mountains. I forgot what I called the mountain range in the end. Oh yeah, the Forge Mountains. He says, switching up to the big one. Yeah, the Forge Mountains outside of Hillside.
Oh.
And from there, you guys are now currently inside an ancient temple to Amaterasu, the elven goddess of the sun.
Huzzah.
Why it's here, you guys do not know. But for now, this is all you know.
Bizarre.
And that is the story so far.
Ta-da.
And of course, when we get back around to playing, you guys are probably gonna die.
Really?
I played tested the encounter, and the dice were really, really nice to me, and it did not end well.
Oh no.
But again, the dice were being nice. I was rolling quite high on damage, but average on to hit rolls. But anyway, to answer your questions, Zombie Who, on how we play D&D like we do, go to roll20.com, make an account. That's right, is it .com or .net?
Roll20.net.
Yeah, it is .net. wonder if there is a Roll20.com.
I mean, possibly.
Possible.
Let's find out. He says, actually just throwing it straight into Google. So yeah, Roll20.net, sorry.
Yes.
And then from there, make an account. It's free. You can find games for players, new and old.
And it's not just Dungeons and Dragons. You can also play Pathfinder, Starfinder,
Mutants and Masterminds.
yeah, Mutants and Masterminds, like Conan and all that jazz.
Yeah. Plenty of games, plenty of support. It does have its own inbuilt voice and camera thing. I know Dom uses it for Ring Warriors.
Uh-huh.
It's also great for custom systems as well because you can program all your dice rolls in yourself.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
If you're into that sort of thing. Has a dynamic lighting engine which we try to use, but I know for Tashi it kills her frame rate.
Yeah.
For Christy for some reason it doesn't work.
Yep.
I don't know why. And then for me it's like 6 days worth of building, prepping and work to make sure the map will work.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Essentially.
But the day it works, the day I will finally use it and it works, will probably be the day we're all round a big table together.
I'm looking through my newest Dungeons and Dragons acquisition. Ironic.
Oh, the
My
Acquisitions Incorporated.
Incorporated. Oh,
You
I love all the bits in this book. I'm a huge fan of AI. I'm just checking out the spells because I'm like, could any of this be useful?
you can have that. I'll have my Taldore guide.
Let's see, what have we got in here? We've got distort value. You can cast a spell on an object no more than 1 foot on a side, doubling the object's perceived value by adding illusionary flourishes or polishes to it, or reducing its perceived value by half with the help of illusionary scratches, dents, and other unsightly features.
So that's prestidigitation.
But specifically based on value. When you cast a spell...
So many beautiful
Okay.
things in the Taldore guide. So incidentally, I plan to do one for the Homebrew setting as well. And girls zombie. Marlon is played by a girl. Yeah, it's a male character.
What else have we got in here? We've got... a Gift of Gab. When you cast a spell, you skillfully reshape the memories of the listeners in your immediate area, so that each creature of your choice within 5 feet of you forgets everything you said within the last 6 seconds.
Jeez.
Then we have Jim's magic missile. Let me see. You create 3 twisting, whistling, hypoallergenic, gluten-free darts of magical force.
So for the gluten-free.
I know. Each dart targets a creature of your choice that you can see within range, which is 120 feet. Make a ranged spell attack for each missile. On a hit, a missile deals 2d4 force damage to its target. If the attack roll scores a crit, the attack of that missile takes 5d4 force damage instead of you rolling damage twice for a critical hit.
Oh my god, I love that spell now. I want it.
It's really cool. If the attack roll for any missile is a 1, all missiles miss their targets and blow up in your face, dealing 1 force damage per missile to you.
Oh god.
And when you cast this spell
That's
using a
almost
spell
as bad
slot-
as Marlon's Sweets so far.
It sounds about right. And when you cast it of a second level or higher, the spell creates one more dart, and the loyalty component increases by one gold piece for each slot above the first.
But yeah, as we're reading that description as well, I found my favourite 8th level spell, and I want it.
That's pretty cool, actually. I like Jim's missiles.
Are you ready for this? Abid al-Zim's Horrid Wilting. It's an 8th level necromancy spell, costs 1 action. You draw the moisture from every creature in a 30-foot cube centered on a point you choose. Each creature in that area must make a con saving throw. Constructs and undead aren't affected, but plants and water elementals must make it a disadvantage. Take 12d8 points of necrotic damage on a failed save, or half as much as a successful one. Non-magical plants in the area that aren't creatures, such as trees and shrubs, wither and die instantly.
Jesus.
Wow.
I don't like this forest, it offends me. Better.
Oh no! You know how you can roleplay that. Roleplay it as a warlock with the with like the great old one, and just go like I get very allergic.
Yes.
Well, it's even better when you see what the material component is for it. It's a bit of sponge. So it's basically placing a sponge block in Minecraft. See, we tell me that what we're looking for is the bottom of this lake. Give me a second, I think of... Oh yes, I've got the barbarian sponge he hasn't used in weeks. There you go. Watch for that.
Beautiful.
I love that. Does anyone have a sponge? I do.
It's bone dry. This is perfect.
Yes.
I love all the named D&D spells. Maybe because it's just like, here's the bog standard one, and then we made it better. Although, there's only one thing I really wish they have for D&D 5e.
What?
Oh, it's one for Pathfinder. It's open to paladins and clerics, and that's a spell called Angelic Form.
Okay.
So depending on the level, there was lesser, normal, and greater. You basically sprouted wings and you could fly.
Ooh.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then as it got higher, it's like, you gain resistance to this, then you become immune to this, and then you gain your allies within a certain reach of you gain your resistance.
Ooh.
It soon became like my paladin's only prepared spell every day. So I didn't prepare any heals, didn't prepare any cures, because my cure wounds, lay on hands does all that anyway. But I can do this. Ping, and just basically became like a Anja woman
Oh yeah.
in full plate.
Nice.
Which is fun, and then you read the Pathfinder rules on flying, because they actually made them complicated. When's D&D starting? Probably never at this rate. This has literally become like a sit around and chat.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Sadly, because Foxy's not here, Kira's not here, Christy was going to be late, but stock takes obviously a long time.
Mm.
So maybe next week we'll get around to playing some D&D.
Possibly. Oh, and to answer your question, Zombie, on how am I and how's my day going. I mean, I'm doing better than I was earlier. But at one point during the day, I just wanted to kill someone. Like, because of how some people are just silly human beings.
It's a nice way of saying it. Bloody wazards.
A preview of coming damage.
Yeah, like, there's the very civil way of talking about people whilst remaining professional and all that jazz. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Yeah. No. But there we are. But there we go.
Hmm.
I have 2 days off tomorrow and the day after, which is great. It's all good. All fine. So there we are. And
Was that Angelic Expert then?
well, when I say I work in retail, you could probably have a good idea on what may have happened. Essentially, a
Yep.
lot of the customers seem to argue over pence. Like, I say, okay, so it's this much, please. Oh, but I went. Oh, but this cost this much, me, sort of thing. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, really? Are you kidding me? Like, are you? Okay. You're telling me that the price of something, which is wrong, now, obviously, I get that, sometimes things can go wrong, but you're arguing over pence. You're literally arguing over pence.
Ooh.
But,
I have some good news to distract everybody for a minute.
yes.
Who here remembers Atlantis, the Lost Empire?
Vaguely.
The very good
This guy.
unsung Disney film.
Yeah, vaguely.
Well, Tom Holland might be in it. They are planning a live action remake of that.
Oh yeah.
This I approve of from Disney. It's a film that was kind of It was alright. It didn't perform well at box office, but performed well afterwards. We shall remake this because it had an idea and it deserves to be done better.
Yes.
So if this is the case and they're willing to do the remakes of the what is it? Like the not unsuccessful but underrated, that's it. The underrated Disney movies. Could this mean possibly we could get a super dark, surreal, holy crap, it's gonna look awesome Black Cauldron?
I knew you were going to say that, and I really do hope that would happen.
See,
Or
the thing
a
is,
super badass Treasure Planet.
Treasure Planet would be awesome because let's face it, you could also in that category throw in Muppet Treasure Island for shits and giggles.
Yes.
I mean-
Jim Henson is owned by Disney.
Can you
This
just
is
imagine
true.
that? Like you have the special effects of like a kid just doing like doing like that hover surfboard thing, and then all of a sudden like gets on the Hispaniola or no, I forgot what the name of the ship was in Treasure Planet because they didn't call it the Hispaniola. I think it was called like Vesuvius or something, and then the captain shows up. It's just like, hi ho, coming to fog here.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm Kermit the Frog.
And we're about to go on a journey to find Treasure Planet. Yay!
So yeah, it's called the RLS Legacy.
That's it.
Oh. Oh man. But but yeah, going back to retail being like terrible sometimes. Yeah, this is it's like the saying, you will never know true stupidity until you work long enough in retail. Like,
Huh. I didn't realise that Joseph Gordon-Levitt was Jim Hawkins in that.
oh,
It was Jim Hawkins in that?
Joseph Gordon-Levitt?
No.
Yeah.
Holy hell.
Well, it's like, you go back and look at Treasure Planet, that had a really good cast as well, because it had Michael J. Fox as Milo. Leonard Nimoy as the King of Atlantis.
Yeah, I remember that. That was a good cast. That was a super good cast.
Who else was in? There was a few others as well. I could have sworn Tommy Lee Jones was in it, or someone that sounded like him.
Oh, that's it. If they do a live-action Treasure Planet, I know who the medic guy should be. Terry Crews.
Yes. Yes.
Just because. Can you imagine him just going, "No, I got some medicine to do." Whips out a saw. You want me to look at it?
Yes. Oh my god, that would be so brilliant.
Oh.
That would be the best.
Okay, now I can see what's happening.
I would probably say, who do you have for everything else? I mean, who do you have as Commander Rourke? Because like Tommy Lee Jones fits the bill, but I don't think he could do
shout.
like the twist.
I'm trying to think of what's his name? Who's a bad guy in a lot of things.
Insert any British actor, because that's the Hollywood mantra.
Yeah.
I'm trying to.
Very true.
I've got the actor's face. I just need his name.
What other things has he been in? Apart from there,
Because he's like, I saw him in a trailer for a new movie coming out when I went to see The Matrix in the cinema. Danny Huston. Oh, yeah, that'd be a good shout. Link him Discord for that one, as well as my favourite.
oh him, yeah, no, he put it off perfectly.
He would be perfect because he's got the face of like someone who is good at giving orders, but at the same time has some shifty business behind him.
Yes,
And every character he plays is normally, yeah, I'm an alright guy, and then by the end of the film, I'm a bad guy.
yeah.
Mm.
I'm basically recasting the entirety of Atlantis now. Then, who else would we have then? So we already know, like, Tom Hiddleston for Milo. We've got Thing for Tiberius. Oh, who do we have for Mr. Whitmore? The old man at the start of the film.
Ooh. In all honesty, Mark Hamill.
Yeah,
Mark Hamill
actually.
worked quite well.
Yeah, especially after Kingsman. Speaking of Kingsman, have you seen the trailer for the third film?
Wait,
Yeah.
there's a third film?
Well, it's
Yes,
a prequel.
Yes, it's a prequel to everything. It's quite literally how the King's Man started.
Yes.
I don't know why, but part of me doesn't like the idea of that film.
I mean, it's good because it will give an idea as to how it all started.
Yeah,
I don't think.
considering how badly the Golden Circle bombed, mainly because, like, the reason
Yeah.
why Kingsman works is like, who is your traditional spy film? And it's taking the piss out of spy movies. By literally having
Like,
really long take action sequences. The whole Freebird bit in the first one, that never happens in James Bond.
yeah. And this is the thing, like, Kingsman came out at the time where everyone's desperate for a James Bond film and we weren't getting it. And here's Kingsman. Well friggin' done. And then Golden Circle came out because we still haven't got any James Bond. Screwed it up.
Although, on the subject of James Bond, and I find this a bit weird, we have a new 007.
Oh, I think I've heard of this.
And I'm not sexist, I am not racist. But don't tell me that someone is a new 007, but Daniel Craig is still James Bond. The
Yeah,
two are not
it's-
separate, it is the same thing. His code number
Yeah.
is 007 James Bond. It's like when you
That's
join
the
the
whole point,
MIB,
yeah.
your name is wiped out and you're assigned a letter.
Basically.
So either A, she will be replacing Daniel Craig in the film, at which point, congrats, you have just spoilt the film for me
Yep.
by dropping that bomb, or B, she will be after Daniel Craig for Bond 26.
Hmm.
I hope they do it like, because I have no problems with Lashana Lynch. I think I like her acting. She's a great actress. And I don't mind this. It's like the whole casting of the new Little Mermaid lass. I think people are just blowing it out of proportion because oh my god, it hasn't been like this before. Why are they doing it now? And I don't think it's just so that they can tick the box of culturally appropriate. I think it's just that they're trying new things and they're experimenting. And
also,
I'm
let's be honest,
cool with that.
She's not going to be speaking much anyway.
True, because that's what
Little Mermaid doesn't speak for like half the film. That's half the problem.
Pretty much. Yeah, well, most of that's proper like physical method acting, which is a true test of your acting talents, which is awesome. More so about the whole 007 thing. Don't know how. I'm hoping that the film is going to be Daniel Craig as Bond has his final mission and either dies in the mission or is successful but goes up to M and just goes, okay, look, I can't do this anymore. I'm done. Moves on, and then they're like, well, we need someone to replace you, and Bond himself goes, I pick this one. And she becomes new 007. I don't know how they're going to work it so that 007's not Bond anymore, because that's the whole point, like you said.
Yeah.
I mean, but case in point, Casino Royale, when where it's officially a reboot.
Yeah.
At no point in that film do you hear the iconic Bond tune. Ever.
True.
It's only right at the end when he says, my name's Bond. James Bond. And even M doesn't call him Bond, he calls him 007.
Yeah. Like
because he has been promoted.
No longer. Yeah.
He is now part of MI6 00's branch. He is number 7 in that list. He will be given the name James Bond once he has proven himself worthy of the name James Bond. Which fits in with the whole fan theory of like, yes, Bond changes throughout the films, but that's because, well, he's gonna die. You just keep giving him the fake name.
I mean, they could incorporate it with her, and they could say, like, okay, so in the film, it's more so Daniel Craig with her coming along as if to test her skills for her to be the next 007, but then she doesn't get the title of Bond until she's fully proven herself after Daniel Craig's left. So she'll be 007 but won't have a name to go with it, so to say. Which I can see working, but then like, what are you going to do? Are you going to call her Jane Bond?
Yeah, something about that tells me it's not going to stick.
And I think the problem is, like, I don't mind the reboot and like the change of direction they're taking with Bond, because I personally have enjoyed Daniel Craig as Bond. It's been a different, more surreal, physical take, more like a play on like his mentality and everything else, which has been really interesting to see. But it's very much establishing now that they're no longer James Bond films, they're 007 films. And with that alone, that means the moniker of 007 can go to anyone, and that's the direction they're taking here. So we're not necessarily seeing a new Bond, we're just seeing a new 007. And then now, the only problem with this is that now you can't call them James Bond films, you have to call them 007 films. Which is fine, but it's not what we're used to.
The only problem with that is, it's like the book series is called James Bond. Ian Fleming's James Bond. It's like saying George R. R. Martin's Game of Thrones books. But then
I get you.
Not like accounting for any of it because it's called The Song of Ice and Fire as a series. Yeah. Still. But yeah, I'm glad they're remaking Atlantis. I'm not a big fan of the whole let's remake stuff we've already done, and was a massive blockbuster hit. Lion King. I haven't seen it, but I agree with critics if that is the case. If you're going to remake something, remake it. Don't just HD gloss it.
Yeah.
It was good the first time round. Don't mess with it unless you're going to expand on something like make Scar more of a sympathetic villain.
Yeah.
Considering apparently his original name in I think
Swahili.
it's Swahili.
Yeah, Swahili.
Was rubbish. Quite
Yeah, it
literally
meant
rubbish.
garbage.
Yeah, he was the firstborn,
Yeah.
supposedly. So our first son is rubbish. The second one shall be king.
Yeah, like on the one hand, I want to watch it because it's like my favorite Disney film of all time. And at the same time, it's kind of the same thing that happened with The Jungle Book, as in, don't get me wrong, it looked good, and
Bless you.
Me.
yeah, it looked good, don't get me wrong, but there was just one bit in the film, one bit, which absolutely ruined it all for me. And that was that was with King Louis. Like, they like showed like Louis off as this massive present, like he had all the presents in the world. Whenever he arrived, everyone would stop and turn to him because they knew that he was the fucking king and he was in the building, sort of thing. And all that power, like that, all that powerful aura that surrounded him and that. And then in another bit, they just go into I want to be like you, like sort of song. And I'm like, what? No!
However,
Yeah.
Christopher Walken though is perfect for scat jazz.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, of course.
The casting of Walken was perfect. The fact they made him a gigantic King Kong-sized orangutan was not perfect.
Like,
To a point where he's punching down the ruins that he is in to get
Yes,
to
I
Mowgli.
have heard of the Mulan IRL. I like that it's
Yeah.
going more with the story and less with the songs, but at the same time, the songs is what made the animated film popular.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see about that one, like, because on the one hand it's like, oh, but the songs are like awesome, but at the same time it's like, okay, we can respect that they're trying to stick more to like traditional, like sort of Chinese history, and or at least traditional Chinese
Well,
sort of shenanigans.
Thinking about
and
it, there
that.
are only 3 songs in Mulan that everyone remembers, and they're the 3 good ones. Who's That Girl Staring Back at Me?
Yeah, Reflection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be
Be a Man.
a Man, and Girl Worth Fighting For.
Yeah.
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 Yes, they get rid of Mushu, which is a pain, but Mushu didn't do much besides just drive the plot along.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Although thinking about it, I wouldn't mind seeing a Hunchback of Notre Dame redo.
I
I
mean,
know
that
they are working on it, and I know the original guys that made the songs are coming back to bring the songs back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I remember someone made like their own personal casting list, and they had Andy Serkis as Quasimodo.
Like Peter Capaldi as Frollo, which is the perfect cast.
Yeah, he looked
Yes.
perfect for it. I've forgotten her name. She played Moneypenny in the latest Bond films.
Oh, yeah.
For
Fuck,
Esmeralda.
I know who you mean.
And
I
then
know
like
who-
Chris, I think it's like Chris Pratt as Phoebus.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or Chris Hemsworth. It was one of the Chris's.
Yeah, one of the Marvel heavy hitters.
Marvel Chris's. The Marvel Chris's.
Hmm.
So yeah, I mean that was looking like a good idea. Because
Yes.
that's a film and book series that's sorely underrated.
Oh yeah.
Although to be fair, that book ends on a very dark note.
Oh yeah, like of course. Everyone dies. Kind of.
Yeah. Quasimodo gets so depressed he buries himself in Esmeralda's tomb and locks himself in.
Yeah. Yeah, because everyone dies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like a really good ending.
Indeed.
Yeah, spoiler alert for Hunchback of Notre Dame. Did
Yeah,
not
sorry,
end well.
guys.
It's like Les Mis. Spoiler alert, everyone dies at some point. Very few people actually make it out alive with Les Mis.
I mean, the original story of Little Mermaid. that was quite sad.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, any of Hans Christian Andersen.
Yeah.
Or even the Grimm Tales. Like, Snow
Oh,
White
yeah.
was dark.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the whole hot iron shoes. Being forced to dance in hot iron shoes until you drop dead.
Yep. Cinderella.
Yep.
Oh, the slipper doesn't seem to fit me. I'm just going to cut my foot to fit.
Oof. Yep. That's a thing.
Disney really livened it up. People say, oh, it's going for a dark remake. It ain't dark. If we want dark, we need a proper director here. We need, like, Tim Burton on this.
Although, like the Alice films, like he directed like the Alice in Wonderland films, and I mean, not sure what you thought of that.
To be honest, when they said he was directing, Parliament was like, oh, good, it's going to get really trippy because Tim Burton likes that kind of thing.
Yeah.
If you look at things like Edward Scissorhands,
Oh yeah.
it gets
Yep.
proper trippy.
Yeah, and A Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, Corpse Bride
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Yes. But yeah. Oh man.
Anyway, to get back onto a D&D subject, though,
Yes.
who would you have direct a Dungeons and Dragons movie?
Ooh.
In all honesty, I would like to see, like, directing wise, I would like it to be like a dual directing seat situation where you get Chris Perkins from Acquisitions Incorporated, but you also get Matt Mercer from Critical Role
Yes.
to merge minds and bring it to
Yes.
life properly.
Yes.
Because then you've got Chris Perkins, who yes does Acquisitions Incorporated, but actually works for Wizards as well, and then Matt Mercer, who is a voice actor who
He's
has
also
who knows
been
his
in
bits
a
about
D&D
films.
film before in
Exactly.
Mythica.
Yep, so there you go. And could make it work. And then you could have and then you could cameo Matt Mercer in as like one of the characters from later on.
Yes.
And then totally have Andy Serkis as Dungeon Master. Fear
Yes.
not, Ranger.
Oh, actually go for like the whole D&D cartoon. Yeah.
Yes.
The Dungeons and Dragons ride.
I love it. Like, would you... Okay, that's the question, though. If we're talking about who would direct a Dungeons & Dragons movie, would you want the movie to be a complete original story based in, like, Neverwinter or, like, Baldur's Gate or somewhere famous in the D&D world? Or would you make it based on the old-school cartoon?
I mean,
Or incorporate parts of the cartoon, like the characters, the classes, etc., but throw them into Baldur's Gate or Neverwinter or something like that to make it more in line.
ooh.
Strangely enough, there are several like D&D module stories which really lent into the lore. That would work really well. So you have like the Spell Plague story where the goddess Mystra, in control of the Weaver magic, has died. Has like flat out died, so now magic is going haywire.
Well,
You
that's
can
a good shout.
You can certainly have some fun with that. You could also have the Red Wizards of Thay and them fighting Shaz Tam. Like the actual epitome of power corrupts absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, just thinking of that, I know what I would have for my Dungeons & Dragons movie. Base the whole film on the Temple of Elemental Evil.
Oh, yes.
Like, bring something in that's iconic and freaking awesome. Because you can flesh that bad boy out in every extent, from like Prim to the Chapel of Saint Cuthbert, all the way up to the Temple of Elemental Evil. It's multiple levels, the many different fiends and beasties you come across. Picking up a sword that's cursed, and then all of a sudden, I'm stabbing my friend.
Why stick with Faerun? Why not go to Dragonlance?
Oh.
Hey, gods don't exist anymore, but dragons are still real.
Nice.
Or go to Ravenloft if you want your full gothic horror.
Oh yeah.
Welcome to Ravenloft, you can never leave. However, our entire aesthetic was done by Mr. Alan Poe.
Dude.
Although I hate Ravenloft as a setting, it's so boring.
Oh, crazy idea, right? Just had that crazy idea burst in my head.
Oh.
Picture this. Like real dark horror movie based on Call of Cthulhu.
Yes. I would totally be down for that.
Oof.
Yes.
Or personally, I know what I would like. Not like a horror, but like a real like surreal based in the world of Mutant Year Zero.
I mean, that would be cool as well.
Because I do love the world of Mutant Year Zero and how it all happened, and even the game, which I still need to play more of because my god, it's hard.
Oh, that's the point. Zombie Actuator is a good question. Who would you have cast in your D&D movie?
Ooh.
I already have one. I've forgotten the actor's name, but you know what he's been in.
Right.
He is Master of the Rohirrim in Lord of the Rings. He plays Scourge in Thor Ragnarok. He's a guy in the background, but you know his face.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've forgotten his name, and I feel terrible.
That's a strong shout. It's a strong shout.
Also,
you see,
I've also forgotten the actor's name. He was
Carl...
Alan Grant in Jurassic Park.
So we got Carl Urban, who apparently was Scourge.
Yeah,
I want to say.
Yeah,
So
Scourge.
Yes.
Who only had one job.
Mm.
And failed at it. If you haven't seen Ragnarok, you know what I mean when I say he has one job.
Oh yes. Yeah. So Scourge. Who would you have him play?
Just like as your generic hero.
Oh yeah.
I like that. I don't know, like if in my ideal D&D movie world, I'm stuck with the idea of picking perfect actors for like the cartoon cast made real.
So he'd be the Cavalier, was it?
Oh god!
Because it was all the first edition cast, so it's like Cavalier, Acrobat.
I have the perfect cast for Cavalier.
Oh.
It would be the guy who plays Ace from Starship Troopers.
Yeah.
AKA the guy who goes, all you gotta do is push a button, sir. Because he would be perfect for that.
Yeah.
He'll just get pissed off that he's got a shitty shield while everyone else has got for weapons.
Oh, I've forgotten. I've forgotten the kid's name. He's a child actor who's been like in Love Actually and play the character in Game of Thrones, but he's like forever 12.
I have no idea.
He's like in his mid-20s, but he still looks the same as he does when he was 12. And I've forgotten that kid's name. But like him as the barbarian child.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I never got about the cartoon, right? The youngest character is the freaking barbarian.
Yeah.
I mean,
And the girls play the thief and the acrobat.
to be fair, like short people tend to have the worst tempers. Like now, okay, I know a lot of short people are gonna hate on me for this, but either way, you guys will probably be proving my point. but like, how many tall people do you know that like go fly into an absolute rage, like in real life? Not a lot, I presume.
Got a point. Got a point.
Depends on your definition of tall.
I mean,
Like 5'8" plus.
I guess.
In which case, then you haven't seen me on a bad day.
I mean, Brian is pretty tall in real life.
I am. I'm like 6'1", 6'2". I'll still
Yeah.
got myself measured.
Yeah, he's very tall. Oh man.
Ah, damn it.
Oh, what I was gonna say. What
Sorry.
on earth?
I'm playing Super Mario Maker 2.
Ah, fair.
Because my brain is currently on the fritz, so it's a little play somewhere relaxing. Instead, plays one of the most stressful platformers he hasn't played in years. Yes, you, Mario.
I know who can be cast as Acrobat.
Oh yes.
I'm thinking the young lass from Black Panther.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She
One
would
that
be
plays
ace
Shuri.
as Acrobat. Yeah.
Zoe Zandela, I want to say her name is, that plays Gamora.
Ooh. Oh, that's a good shout.
I
I don't know who would be Archer though. No, sorry, Ranger.
Hmm.
Because I can't think of any actors with long blonde hair. Unless we get a wrestler to do it.
Gwyneth Paltrow, perhaps.
Gwyneth Paltrow is Ranger.
I mean,
she
she wants,
can't act that well.
Oh.
I mean, let's face it, she wants her out of the MCU, so give her that.
No,
No,
but then, no, I don't want her as Ranger. No offense to Gwyneth, but no. I will give her the duty.
I like
of
Zombie Who
captain.
suggested you get Chris Hemsworth to play it.
Okay, no,
I mean-
actually, Gwyneth Paltrow as Rogue.
I
with,
mean,
with like the hood and hiding
oh
away.
yeah.
I think that could work.
I mean, yeah.
It depends on whether we're doing an adult cast or a young adult cast.
Yeah, perhaps I don't know a lot of young adult actors, because I don't watch a lot of new stuff.
Because I know, just get the cast of Stranger Things. They will be the D&D characters in the D&D movie.
Oh, I know. they play D&D on the show just for
Yes.
the 80s sheet.
So if you bring them all in, it actually makes sense. Because
I mean-
you have Elle that could be mage. Like if you wanted to introduce a new character and be mage, Finn could
Yes.
be Ranger.
Yes.
Will could be Warlock. Dude, that'd be pretty
Wait,
sick.
there's Warlock?
Well, you as I said, introduce new
Yeah,
characters as the
Warlock was
other
oh, yeah.
classes.
in the
yeah,
original
fair
class, the original class was
Like-
literally the first edition classes, half of which don't exist anymore, which is a shame.
I know, but then like you keep Acrobat and all those jazz, but you introduce some of the new ones to flesh out the cast a bit more and just
Oh,
make it a bit more interesting.
Yes.
Then, like Will would be Warlock. Like the other cast members would be quite good. Because then you could have friggin' what's his face? Works at the ice cream store.
I would help you, but sadly I don't have Netflix and I haven't watched a single episode of Stranger Things.
But yeah, like Mr. Steal Your Kids.
Oh, jeez.
Pick him not to be Ranger, but pick him to be Cavalier. Because then he's the oldest of the group, but he's given like the most important of jobs, which is to defend the kids. But then he
Yeah.
hates defending the kids because he sees the kids as bone idol.
Yes.
So
It
essentially he
makes
turns up and
sense.
does nothing. Yeah, that's the Cavalier from the cartoon.
Yep. You see, I've basically casted your D&D movie. Just bring Stranger Things into D&D.
Yes. Okay, Okay, so here's another question. Like, still on the realms of D&D and like casting. If you like, if we could cast anyone to be like, if Tales of Fumbles and Fortunes, this campaign would be made into a movie, and we had to cast someone, who would it be?
Marlon, I think would have to be Jeremy Irons.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because you want the sarcasm, but going for Benedict Cumberbatch seems like too obvious a choice.
Yeah. And the whole like Doctor Strange thing.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of who else for now. Zyron, maybe Jackie Chan if we can get like a time travel machine and get a young Jackie Chan.
That'd be sick. The thing is, I could either see Jackie Chan. No, it can't be Jackie Chan because like Zyron's not in your face enough. He's
No.
too casty.
No, he's
I'm thinking.
No,
I'm
however,
thinking
Jackie
more,
Chan can sing remarkably well.
he
Oh.
can.
That is very true.
That is very true. Yeah.
Which is where the logic chain was going of, I need an actual singing bard.
Okay, if that's the case, I would cast Zyron as Ollie Murs.
I mean,
Because he can be a bit jokey, and on top of that, he's got a good
Yeah.
selling point.
yeah.
Or
but-
make him who's the ginger guy everyone goes mad for? That I should
Oh,
know.
Ed Sheeran.
Yeah, make it Ed Sheeran, because at least then he knows how to play a guitar / lute.
Yes.
Yeah. Betoit, I can't remember his name, but he's playing Scar in the current Lion King. And it was
Oh.
Mordo in Doctor Strange.
Yeah, we're just
Something
all-
Coetchifor or something like that? I can't remember his
Oh,
full name.
Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Yes.
Oh, such a good shout. Oh, that'll be really good for him, actually.
That
would
or
be good.
Nil.
Nil.
Yeah, for that kind of fill.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, I know who you mean.
That's a good shout.
Oh yeah.
He'd
Oh,
actually be quite
right.
good for Nil. He's good at playing like the what is my purpose?
Yeah, what is my purpose kind of dude.
Oh, could this mean that if we're going through if the movie covers the part of the campaign where we go against what was his name again? Was it Zarus or
Zarakis.
Zarakis.
Zarakis is played by Jeremy Irons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although, fun fact, Jeremy Irons was in a D&D movie.
That's why.
Yeah.
And blood shall
'Cause I love
rain
him.
from the sky.
Oh, his acting in that film was brilliant.
Yoko. Who would play Yoko?
But
I
I forgot
forgot
playing
to-
Mulan in the new Mulan film.
Actually, I was going to go for her. I was going to go for what's her name from Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Oh, that's a good shout.
Hang on.
Ah, what was her name from? I know who I would pick, but who was it? House of. I need to remember her name. It was like the main lass from House of Flying Daggers.
But yeah,
What was
certainly
her
that would
name?
work out rather well.
Yeah, I'm just trying to.
Is it
Okay.
ZJ?
No. Fuck.
Oh, but I think this is a good shout for you, for Yoko.
Oh, okay. I'm looking. Yeah, Ziyi Zhang. Well, I mean, I don't really know. Like,
yeah.
Just
Ziyi
because
Zhang?
I've known her from like Hero, House of Dagger.
Ziyi Zhang.
Yeah, that could work.
Yeah.
Dario. Oh, who would you have for Dario? I suppose, considering what Tom set me as like a basis, Sean Bean for Dario.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because Dario is
Or-
basically Lieutenant Sharp.
Or get the guy who played the actor from who played the hunter from the original Jumanji movie.
Nah.
No.
No, Sean Bean, because let's face it, Gary is always on the verge of saying bastard, and no one can say bastard quite like Sean Bean. It's that Yorkshire.
yeah.
You need the
Yeah,
Yorkshire in
good
him.
shout. That's a good call.
Also, Sean Bean, I think, is probably one of the few actors who still has a black rifle license.
Ooh.
Fair point. That's a thing, though, Brian. I've got a question for you. If we're talking about casting for our own D&D,
Yes.
who would play Goldmire?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Gwyneth Paltrow. Done.
No. Strangely enough, no. I would not go for Gwyneth.
That's
Angelina
a tough one,
Jolie.
No, she's
though.
she's not been in a lot of stuff lately, so I've got to think about that one.
You know who I was thinking? I was thinking Captain Marvel.
Yeah, she could actually fit the bill.
She could be a bit of a bitch.
Ouch.
Although she hasn't done a lot of stuff with firearms, so it's hard to tell because a lot of actors are like really timid around firearms.
Oh no! I've just thought that lass from 100 Ways to Die.
Yes.
What?
She would be perfect.
What? Who?
I need to find her, but I know her face. 100, aka the in the West, aka it's the woman from Hancock.
Oh yeah.
I need to must find name of actress. Yeah. Charlie Theron.
Yes. Yeah, Charlize Theron. She could probably do it.
She'd be pretty ace. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I'll share this so that Tash can put her two thoughts.
Yeah. Yes, please. Okay.
That is a terrible level and doesn't need to see the light of day. Yeah, she could certainly pull off a Goldmire.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Because again, someone who's been Goldmire needs to be really comfortable around firearms, like comfortable to the point of uncomfortable for everybody else in the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now it's a question of who would voice some of the NPCs in that.
Oh boy.
Because yeah, Stephen Fry could be thing, but that's just too obvious and too on the nose. Captain Walker, because that's basically what it was. It was Cecil Hogmanay meld shit.
Oh yeah.
Right down to the meh. Meh.
Yes.
What an interesting conundrum. Oh, I see what you got to do. Okay. Mario Maker 2 is just showing me that some people do not know how to design levels. At least not clearly, anyway.
Boy. La 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 la.
Oh, I know who could do Helios rather well.
Ooh.
It's not Patrick Swayze. Patrick
Stewart?
No.
No. No.
God dang it, it's really annoying me now because I can tell you everything he's in, but I can't remember his bloody name.
What was he in?
He's in Venture Brothers as Brock Sampson. He's in Buzz Lightyear Star Command.
Oh, I think
Patrick Warburton.
Thank you. It was Patrick something. Yeah, Patrick Warburton for Helios.
Oh, that's a good shout. I can see that.
So instead of just going, excuse me, if you ever come into my room.
Who would play the Ice Dragon? Like the Ice Dragon in the ice cavey thing in the pyramid?
Oh, Pyramid of Shadows, the Ice Dragon. Ooh, that is a good question.
Ooh.
I just don't know. Who would? To be honest, you want someone with a good voice when it comes to dragons. Because of like how dragons are, they're meant to be quite. They are super intelligent and super up themselves. Especially chromatics. They are so egotistical, it's beyond belief.
Yes.
Think how Bilbo gets around Smaug in The Hobbit and then multiply it by 100. That's how vain dragons are, really. Some minor differences here and there. White dragons tend to be a bit more keen hunter than red dragons, whereas red dragons are like full on war zone.
Oh yeah.
But that is a good one. I don't know. I suppose Kit Harington could be quite good as a voice.
I mean,
For he is a dragon, he is blood of old Valyria. Bloody, 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 blah.
yada yada yada,
Titles.
and all that jazz.
Mm.
Bronze Echo? Well, Brass Dragon.
Ew, Bronze's Echo. Who would be a
Ooh,
good
Bronze's
fit? I suppose Patrick Stewart, strangely enough.
Yeah, I can see that.
On the subject of Patrick Stewart, I'm excited for the new Picard series.
Oh, yeah.
I'm rather glad we're going back to next gen.
Yes.
Yep.
Let's see.
Yep, Star Powers left me. I'm doomed.
Oh, who would play Kira? Like, who would make?
Yeah, it's
a
true,
very
actually. I
good
forgot
Kira?
all about Kira. I feel bad.
Poor Kira. Yeah, poor Kira. How could you?
Well, she's the newest.
True.
Oh.
That is a tough. You need someone who's good at hand to hand and to, like, who can actually dance and move. This being the crux of everything, really.
ScarJo?
Yeah. Again, it sounds weird, but I don't like people who can't do their own stunts.
Margot
If that makes
Robbie
sense.
can do her
Oh.
own stunts.
Yeah.
That's a fair shout.
I know it sounds like an odd complaint, but I just hate it when they have, like, for really dangerous things. Yeah, I'm down for a stunt double, but if you can't do your own combat sequence, then what are you even doing
It's true.
in an action film?
Yeah.
Which is why I'm always down for Daniel Craig to be James Bond, because yeah, the man will break a leg, literally.
Yeah, he will literally break legs. Yeah. And he will try and get through it with a broken leg.
Yep. Well, think about it. Actually, no, Viggo Mortensen is someone that could do with coming back to fantasy.
Oh, yes.
But I don't know who I'd have him be in the world, in the setting. Actually, thinking about it, he might be a better Bronze Echo.
Oh, yeah.
Be a much more interesting fit.
Yes.
Oh, I think we may have to call the stream of that, ladies and gents. We've
Yeah.
occupied our usual D&D slot by sitting around and talking films, who would have for what.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, like, okay, I know this is probably for the older, like, sort of with the second series, who would we cast as the second series of like Tales of Fumbles and Fortunes?
Oh, what, you mean the OG campaign?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The first actual proper campaign. Ooh.
Yes.
Trim would be difficult.
Trim would be very difficult. She has to be someone who.
Oddly enough, Jin, I would go for Hawkeye, Jeremy Renner.
Yeah, I can see that.
He can pull off the whole tea and biscuit thing.
Oh yeah.
Shinju, maybe. Captain Marvel. Name's gone out of my head.
Hang on. Okay. Bye, Dom.
Bye, Dom. Dom has to go.
Let's see. Brie Larson.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah,
I know
Brie
she
Larson.
wouldn't like do the role as like how it was, but to break the stigma that all bards have to be that way. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because the amount of times in the last campaign Shinju saved your asses with a clutch spell or clutch ability or something like that was
pretty awesome.
Mm.
Oh man. Durathil. Who would Durathil be?
Eek.
Yeah.
Donnie Yen. Ip Man. Donnie Yen,
what?
Ip Man. He was also in Rogue One. I'm on with the Force, and the Force is with me.
Donnie Yen.
Yeah. Damn good martial artist right now.
Ah, yes.
Slated to be in the Mulan live action, but I can't remember as who.
Ooh. I mean,
But again, he is a very good martial artist.
that's fair. Oh man. Yeah, who?
Especially when you watch the Ip Man films, bearing in mind he's doing a martial art that very few people actually practice anymore.
Oh wow.
And he can pull it off very convincingly.
Oh man. Yeah, with Trim, it has to be someone who can pull off like the whole country bumpkin shit, but at the same time is like a fuck off like powerful cleric sort of thing.
Ashley Johnson.
Ashley Johnson. You know what? I can
Because,
see
let's face
this.
it, Pike was close enough to a halfling. She was a gnome.
Yeah. No, actually, Ashley Johnson would be perfect for Trim. Like,
Because she can play meek but also do angry.
oh yeah, she can totally do that. Oh yeah, like totally do that.
I already know who I'd have to do.
Cranbrook?
Yeah, Cranbrook. I've forgotten the actor's name, and it's irritating the
What was he in?
bejesus off me. The guy that does Grand Admiral Thrawn for the Star Wars Rebels.
Got what now?
Grand Admiral Thrawn.
Okay.
His brother's the bad guy from
Lars
Casino Royale.
Mikkelsen.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, Lars Mikkelsen. Oh yeah, I remember you showing me a bit of music which you said, yes, it would be his theme.
Yes, which is
And all
the
jazz.
General Thrawn music.
Oh yes.
But yeah, him for
Cranbrook.
Cranbrook.
Suki
hesitation.
Garudo. Yeah, Suki Garudo.
Ooh.
Ooh.
May sound mad, but Chow Yun Fat.
Charion Fat.
Yeah. Very good actor. Very good singer, apparently, because my mum and sister saw The King and I live,
Oh, yes.
and he was playing the Emperor, and apparently he was a very good singer. Good English
Oh.
singer, which is rare for someone of another language.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. I think he was also in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Who did he play as?
I've forgotten.
So,
What
like,
the name was.
Chinese...
Yeah, he
What?
was the Chinese pirate lord.
Okay.
Captain Sang,
Uh...
I think. Anyway, he was the pirate lord for Singapore.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. There was... God damn. Eduardo, Elizabeth... Jack Sparrow, card. There was Ching...
No.
Oh, no. There was... God damn. Oh, Sao Feng.
Yes.
Is that it?
Yeah, Sao Fang. Captain
Sao
Sao
Fang.
Fang.
Okay, and he was played by
I think it was Chow Yun Fat.
yeah, Chow Yun Fat.
Yeah.
Chow Yun Fat.
Yeah. He would be very good for Lord Catone.
Oh yes.
And Tiberius Geoffrey Rush.
Ah. There's Nadir. Who would Nadir be? Nadir.
No idea. Anyways,
Yeah.
thanks for sticking with us for the stream. Whilst we sit around and chat, I should have actually changed the description from D&D to just chatting.
Yeah.
But we're going to call it a night there.
Oh yeah.
So thanks for watching. We'll be back next week, hopefully with some actual D&D. Bye!
Bye bye.